Alright guys, as I promised, I'm gonna solve all these problems starting off with the area questions. So, but first of all, our area is calculated by multiplying a base and its height, and you need to divide it by 2. Why is that? Because if this is my triangle, this is my height, so this is my base, HA. So let's say this is A and this is B in terms of their areas. So if you simply extend it to a rectangle, so then the area of this will be A as well. Why is that? Because this one, this base, and this one, they are the same, and their height is the same as well. So it's the same thing for here as well. 2 dashes, 2 dashes. So they are the same in length, and their height is the same as well, which is why. Okay, so then if the rectangles area is 2a plus 2b, your triangles area is just a plus b, which is why you just need to use base times height, which is normally the area of a rectangle, and you just need to divide it by 2. That's why. All right, let's go quickly. So base is 8. 8 times height and divide by 2. 24. Quickly. 14 times 5 divide by 2. 35. If area is 36, 36 is the same as base times height over 2. So then height is 72 over 9, and it's 8. So if area is 96, the same thing again. So base is not known, base times height 12, so and then divide by 2. It's my area. So B is 192 over 12, which is 16. How do I quickly find it? Look, so if you divide this one by 12, it's just 1 times 12 is 12, so just subtract this from 19, and you have 7 and 0 here. So 7 cannot be divided by 12, so then here 72 can be divided by 12, and it's 6. That's why. Okay, so now a triangle has a side of 8 with a height of 9. So look, base, height, area. So for A, for B, for C, A is 8 and height is 9. Therefore, the multiplication of 8 and 9 over 2 gives you the area, which is 36. Okay, so find the area. I have found the area. So now, so if B is 6, then what is height of B? HB. So the area won't change, as you know, because as I always tell you, A times HA is the same as B times HB and C times HC. They're all the same things. So 6 times what gives you the area, which is 36, but you need to times 6 by HP and then divide by 2. So then 6 times HP should be the same as 8 times 9, which is 72. So HP is simply 72 over 6, which is 12. So for C, so if it's 12, so what is HC? Again, this should give you, the multiplication of this should give you 72. Then HC is 72 over 12, which is 6. That's it. So 6. This one is 12. That's it, guys. So a triangle has side A 20. Okay, with a height 3. Okay, 20 times 3 is my A times HA, and if I divide by 2, then I find the area, which is simply 30. Alright, that's it. So if B is 5, so B times HB should be the same as A times HA and C times HC. So I know this, right? It's 20 times 3 basically. So it's 60. So if B is 5, then HB is 12. Why is that? 60 over 5 is 12. I found this one, 12. So then here I'm gonna do the same thing here. If C is 4, what is HC? 4 times HC should give me 60 again, then 8c is 60 over 4, which is 15. That's it. So let's take a look at the challenging question. A triangle has area 40 centimeters squared. So this is squared, guys, sorry. So yeah, it's typo. So one side is 16. Okay, if my base is 16, and find the height that matches with this side. Okay, a times HA, I'm gonna call this A, is the same as 40 times 2. Okay, A times HA is 80. So then if A is 16, what is HA? HA is 80 over 16, and it is 5. So okay, I have found the height, which is 5. So height is 5. The first question is done. Then if another side is 8, okay, 8 is my B. B times HP is the same as 80. So HP is 10 then. Find its matching height. Yeah, okay. Height B to, let's say, or B is 10. So what do you notice about the relationship between a side's length and its matching height? Guys, the question is, when you multiply two things and if the result does not change, when you increase this, whatever you multiplied by should decrease. Why is it? Because the multiplication will give you the same result. Let's see. So if you have two values like 10 and 4, okay, so if their multiplication is 40, then if I multiply this one by 2, which is 20, if I still get 40, what does this become? This becomes 2. So it halves when you double this one. Okay, that's why you need to keep the same ratio. So whatever you multiply one of them by, you need to divide the other one by the same number. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your challenging questions.